Never got out of the B&M booth here at ICAST because I've ran into none other than Jack Wells, the main man here at B&M. Jack, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
And listen, you know what's impressed me about B&M, and I've known you guys for some time now, but for a chance to really get to see a lot of the products you guys have. And you know, one of the things I'm so impressed with is how many different products and how diversified your product line is with B&M. I mean, we start out with the cane pole there, but walk us through the product line of B&M.
Well, over the years, and of course we're now in our third generation of family ownership, but our products have always been focused on the everyday fisherman. We have a lot of tournament fishermen that use our products, but at the end of the day, we focus on the everyday fisherman who likes to eat what he catches.
Absolutely, absolutely, and the kind of fishing that you guys look at is the panfish, the crappie, the catfish, and everything else, and that's what people eat. You're exactly right.
You know, and all the species that are fun to catch. You know, the crappie, the bluegill or brim, as most folks call it. And of course, in the last couple of years, we've moved into the catfish market too. So, you know, we work hard to make sure that we put out a good product at a good price that will last a long time. And of course, we back it with what we believe is the best customer service in the industry.
I think you're right on target there. And when we do that, I mean, let's start out. You got the cane pole, then you've got the extending poles here. Walk us through all of this, and we'll walk from this side of the booth to the other.
That's fine. You know, what we show here is sort of an evolution of fishing. You know, we still sell you know, a large amount of bamboo poles. These are a good, low-cost way. Keep in mind that when crappie or brim fishing, the action of a bamboo is still what we try to emulate, even in the telescopic and the graphite products. This is also a great starter for children. You know, when you take them fishing, it's easier for the parent to maintain. There's not a lot of tangling with a reel or a bird's nest in the reel or something like that. And I tell people all the time, I've seen many a fish lost on a SpongeBob SquarePants combo. So
absolutely.
if you're starting out a new fisherman, this is the way to do it.
Then, of course, you got your telescopic poles here.
We do. This was sort of the second generation from the bamboo pole.
Right.
Again, all of these poles, they might have various weights and that sort of thing, but their actions, the way they parabolically blend, is still designed around the original bamboo pole.
This is something I didn't know. You guys got spears or gigs, as I want to call them, frog gigs, predator gigs, and everything else.
As you can tell, you know, of course, we started out many years ago with these type, and these are frog gigs here. What we have seen is kind of, again, an evolution there where you go from frogs to maybe flounder to maybe some bigger fish. We use these a lot. A lot of folks use these for spearing gar.
Wow,
it's
cool.
mostly for sport.
Yeah,
but, you know, this is a business that we see an increase in every year.
Well, but you know what we talked earlier about, you're in the business where the average person is going out to catch fish or a game to eat.
That's right.
And of course, who doesn't love a good frog leg?
Absolutely. And that's just a lot of fun too.
Right. You guys also got reels.
Our reel assortment has kind of evolved over the years too. Generally, we kind of stay with, you know, the KISS method. Keep it simple.
Oh, absolutely.
Easy to use. So a lot of these reels here are basically line keepers.
Yeah,
which is, you know,
that's what you need.
Which is what you need for our type of fishing. We do have a good trigger spin reel here, and of course, this is our newest item here. This is the Pro 100 reel.
I had a chance to talk to Whitey on that Pro 100.
Yeah. Good, solid 5-ball bearing reel, very smooth.
Mighty fine reel.
So yeah, and then of course down here, this is kind of our first venture into the terminal tackle market.
Right.
But this is a minnow rig. This design, it's a double minnow rig that you attach to your line with, you know, attached with the swivel here.
Right.
And you know, we have various weights depending on the depth that you want to fish and the speed that you want to fish. But this has been a really good item for us, and day in, day out, you know, minnows are probably going to be your best opportunity to catch crappie.
Absolutely. Then, of course, you know, you've got all of these different graphite rods right here. for crappie fishing, and just a great assortment based on what somebody has that they really like to use.
Well, these rods here are you know, and of course,
this is kind of your mainstay of the business now.
Still the primary technique used to catch crappie is going to be jig fishing. So,
yeah, right.
You know, we have some very sensitive jig poles over here that you can feel just the lightest of taps on. We do have various actions of stiffness, but this rack here kind of represents the, you know, some of the latest, newest ways to catch crappie, which is a number of trolling techniques that we have out there.
And lastly, you guys have entered the catfish market.
We have.
And I just know some of those catfishermen very well, and they have nothing but rave reviews on those catfish rods.
Well, I will tell you, you know, we depend a lot on our pro staffers. They're considered our experts out in the field. And we learned early on, even on the crappie side, that if you're listening to your pro staffers and you're making products that they can use, that is something that the everyday man can use. But you know, the catfish was kind of a natural evolution, again, a fish that you can catch and a fish that you can eat.
Absolutely. Jack, it was wonderful to talk to you about your company, what you guys have, and the great customer service you guys got. For more information on B&M, where do they go?
You go to www.bnmpoles.com.
Thank you very much.
Or you can call us at 1-800-647-6363. A real person will answer that phone during normal business hours, and that person can answer your question.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Thanks, Ron.